Welcome students. Today we are going to see a topic in the unit 1 properties of matter in the subject or course PH 8151 engineering physics. The topic we are going to study today's class is expression for twisting couple. Let us discuss the topic elaborately. Now, let us see some important definitions one by one. First, let us define twisting couple. A twisting couple is nothing but a pair of equal and opposite parallel force which produces a turning effect on the body. Couple. A couple constitutes a pair of equal and opposite force acting on a body in such a way that the line of action of two forces are not in the same straight line. Torque. Torque is the rotating force and it is equal to the moment of the couple. So, the torque is nothing but it is equal to the moment of the couple which is producing the twisting in the given element. So when the torque is applied to any body, it will try to rotate the object with respect to its moment. Such rotatory motion is called torsion. The moment of couple can be measured by the product of magnitude of the force and the perpendicular distance between the two forces. The moment of couple we are calculating, it is nothing but the torque which is operating on the object which will result the turning effect in the object. So when a torque is applied to a structure member, that will result you rotatory motion in the particular object. So the torsion is nothing but it is a twisting of structural member due to an applied torque that produces rotation about its longitudinal axis. So torsion stress is nothing but it is a shear stress that is developed due to the couple that produces twist in the given object along its axis. Since the torsion involves shear strain, the modulus which is related to this process is rigidity modulus. So here, as our definition for rigidity modulus, this involves lateral dimensional change and lateral stress, or other words we can say lateral strain and lateral stress. So the torsion which is applied on the structural member will result following way. It impart angular displacement of one end of the cross section with respect to the other end. It also set up a shear stress on any cross section of the bar perpendicular to the axis. So study of this torsion and the shear stress is very important when we use some structural members where the system suffers torsional motion. In this way, this topic is very important. Now let us see how the moment of twisting couple is calculated. So once again I am reminding you, a couple is nothing but two equal and opposite forces which is operating parallel to each other, which will result turning effect in the structural member that will constitute the torsion, and by the torsion the structural member will experience the shear stress, and the modulus involved here is rigidity modulus. Now let us see the derivation step by step. Let us consider a cylindrical wire which has the length L and radius A. We can imagine this concentric cylinder consists of large number of cylindrical cells which varies with respect to radius R. So, as per our consideration, let us say this wire is made up of number of cylindrical tubes or concentric cylinders whose radius varies from 0 to A. Now, in this cylinder, consider one such cylinder as shown in figure with the radius R and the thickness dr. Now let us assume the cylindrical wire is clamped in fixed support and AB be a line on elementary tube which is parallel to the axis of the tube. So if I take this concentric cylinder, one of this concentric cylinder out, and if I cut it along AB, and if I make that as a rectangular plane, that will be looks as like A, B, C, D. Let us assume a couple is applied at the bottom end of the wire, which results in twisting of wire through an angle theta. So due to this twisting state, the position of AB will be taken to AB1 as shown in the bottom figure. So if you see the bottom rim, the B is shifted to B1 due to the application of external couple, and angle between these 2 points is termed as theta, angle of twisting. This angle of twisting can be obtained from the triangle BO1 B1. By using this angle of twisting and the radius of the cylindrical cell, we can easily calculate the displacement range BB1 as BB1 is equal to R theta. Say this is equation number 1. So from the figure we can observe that the value of displacement is large in the rim area of the cylinder. Once we approach towards the center of the cylinder, that is axis of the cylinder, the displacement value keeps on reducing. So this means that the shear strain is maximum at the rim and minimum at the center and nearly zero at the cylindrical axis. Now let us consider the hollow cylinder along the plane AB and flattened out as we discussed in the earlier part. Before the application of couple, the shape of the hollow cylinder which is flattened out is ABCD. Once the couple is applied at the bottom face, say BC, that will result in displacement of B to B1 and C to C1. The angle between these two will be termed as phi. This phi is nothing but the shear strain which is caused in the body due to the application of the external couple. From this diagram, the triangle BAB1, again we can able to calculate the value of displacement BB1 is equal to L5. Say this is equation number 2. Here L is nothing but the length of the wire or cylinder, and phi is nothing but the shear strain. By considering the equation 1 and 2 and equating them, since both are representing the value of displacement BB1, we can come to the equation r theta is equal to L5. Here r is nothing but the radius of the cylinder or wire or cylindrical cell. Theta is nothing but the angle of twisting. L is nothing but length of the cylinder, and phi is nothing but the shear strain. From this expression, I can write the shear strain is equal to phi equal to r theta by L. Say this is equation number 3. We all know that by the definition, the rigidity modulus can be defined as the ratio between shear stress and shear strain. From this expression, I can write the shear stress is equal to N into shear strain. Here N is nothing but the rigidity modulus, and shear strain we can obtain from the equation number 3. We can substitute the value of shear strain here, and we can able to obtain shear stress is equal to N r theta by L. Say this is equation number 4. So by again considering the cylindrical tube with radius r and thickness dr, the area of cross section of this elementary tube is 2 pi r dr. By using this value, you can able to calculate the total force on the wire is equal to stress into area. Since stress is defined as force per unit area, so from this equation you can write the force on the wire is equal to F is equal to stress into area. So we have the equation for stress in equation number 4, and you are having the area of the elementary tube as 2 pi r dr. So substituting the value, you can able to get the total force acting on the cylindrical tube, thickness dr and radius r. Once again I am reminding you the total wire which is having the radius r or radius a. In this we are considering large number of concentric cylindrical tube with varying radius r. We are calculating the force on one such cylindrical tube. From that I can able to calculate the force on the total wire. Equation number 5, we can able to calculate the force acting on the cylindrical tube with the radius r. From the expression, again considering the equation for moment of force, we can able to calculate the moment of force by multiplying the magnitude of force and the perpendicular distance. Here the moment of force can be calculated by taking the total force acting on the cylindrical tube from equation 5, and the perpendicular distance r from the axis of the cylinder. You can able to calculate the moment of force which is acting on the cylindrical tube of radius r by the equation number 6. If we want to calculate the moment which is acting on the whole wire which is having the radius a, which is having large number of such small cylindrical tubes, you have to integrate this calculated moment of force in the whole limit of the wire, where the limit varies between r equal to 0 to r equal to a. This moment of force what we are calculating for whole wire is called as moment of the twisting couple. So in order to obtain this moment of the twisting couple, the total moment of force can be calculated by integrating equation number 6 in the interval 0 to a. So since the r is varying between 0 to a, the whole equation is integrated. You can able to obtain the equation 2 pi n theta by L into a power 4 by 4. If I simplify this equation, I can able to get the total moment of twisting couple is equal to 1 by 2 n pi a power 4 by L into theta. Say this is equation number 7. In this equation 7, the theta is nothing but the angle of twisting. If I calculated the same moment of the twisting couple which requires for 1 unit angle twist, that will be termed as twisting couple per unit twist. So if I consider theta equal to 1, the same equation number 7 can be rewritten as C equal to 1 by 2 pi n a power 4 by L. So this is the equation for the twisting couple per unit angular twist. This will be termed as C. And here n is called the rigidity modulus or torsional rigidity, and this torsional rigidity are very important factor where the machine element involves shear strain and shear stress. So this torsional rigidity are commonly required in circular shafts where it is commonly used to transmit power in rotating machinery because of a circular cross section is an efficient shape for resisting torsional loads. So we can often observe that these shaft elements are normally produced in the circular form or circular cross section, not with other forms. These circular cross-sectional shafts are more efficient than the other forms due to the effect of this torsional rigidity. In many engineering applications, structural members are required to carry torsional loads, so these kind of torsional rigidity measurements are very important for manufacturing of machine components. Thank you.